Hi everyone, my name is Liza Spirit. I'm a futures day trader and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today in this video I want to share with you guys how do I do my backtesting and why is it important to do the backtesting, how often you should do that, and I will share with you 3 different ways of how you could backtest as well, so you can try all of them or you can just pick one that works best for you. To begin with, I just wanted to share that when I started trading, I had no idea what is a backtesting. I had no idea, of course, how to even do the backtesting. So I started looking for different places. I started looking first of all on TradingView, and it didn't work out perfectly for me. And I'm going to show you how you can do actually backtesting on TradingView and why it was not that ideal for me. And I started searching what would be the other ways, how I could do it differently as well. And that's how I tried different methods to find out that one that would work best for me and that would allow me to test my strategy. Backtesting is an amazing activity that, from my personal experience, every beginner trader especially needs to do. So you spend quite some time over the weekend going back and replaying the trades, going back to the Monday, like literally over the week for the one week, the previous week, the trading week, you go back and replay every single day and see how you executed the trades, what could have been done differently, why did you enter there, why did you close the position there. So yeah, you should just go back and in time and replay all of those trades to see what could have been improved for the future. And whatever works best for you, just try to note it. So maybe you can try to replicate it and come up with your own strategy as well later on. I don't do a lot of heavy backtesting as of right now. Last time I backtested the strategy and actually spent hours on doing that was maybe around half a year ago, I would say 5 months ago, just to test out the differences between trading NQ on the specific time and ES as well. Would the same strategy work for both of those tickers or not? And what could be the differences as well? So backtesting allows you to do that, and I highly encourage everybody to do that too. So let's start with the TradingView, and that was the first place where I went to search for potentially how you could do the backtesting. It's not ideal, and you guys are gonna see right now why it's not ideal. If you have not tried replaying the trades on TradingView yet, you will have the full experience right now. And I didn't know that you can do that on TradingView. I know that there is a paper trading, which is an amazing another instrument and feature that you guys can use to try trading live when the market is live and open right now. You can just go ahead and open a paper trading account, which is right here. You can connect it to paper trading simulator by TradingView, available to everyone, and it's probably better than that replay feature that I'm going to show you guys right now on TradingView. So the replay feature, you can already see probably on the screen. It's right on top here, and it's called the replay, which doesn't make any sense, right? Remember when I was searching for it, I was like, where is it? There's actually that option and feature available on TradingView to do the backtesting, but it's a replay button. So what you do, let's say you trade ES, and you can go as far as you want. Like literally you can just scroll and scroll and scroll and select whatever day or time of the week you want. But I'm just gonna go here into Friday session, which just happened. So we'll be like somewhere around here, 5:30 a.m. And yep, you just click over here and that's it. So it brings you and takes you back to that time. You don't see the rest of the screen. You don't see other like bars over here. You just literally go back in time. And at the bottom, you can also play around. You can select specific dates, right? The bar, which I was just sharing with you, you can just literally scroll. You can select the replay speed, at what speed you will see the bars appearing on your screen. Then you also have sell and buy buttons as well. So you have whatever you need to do the backtesting. Why I don't like it personally, because if you trade on a bigger time frames like me, I trade on a 15 minutes, you will see that the bar will appear right away. That's it. That's the bar. 15 minutes happened. That's it, right? So that's not ideal. Like I truly, when I was searching for backtesting alternatives, I was actually like, I wanted to have that experience of like you are trading live. Like you are trading live and making these decisions right now. But you can always pause, you can slow it down. And I do think if you trade on the smaller time frames, it actually works great. But let's say I want to execute my strategy, which is my like 7 a.m. strategy. Remember this day I was looking for this level to get broken and confirmed, and that's when you enter, you can click buy button, you can click sell button, you can set up all your alerts as well if you need, you can draw the lines too. So the basic functions are here. And as I said before, you can always put it on pause, you can always speed it up and try to replay those trades, try to replay that market day as well. So yeah, if it's needed, you can just go ahead and click sell. That's it, right? Sold. So play it around. I feel like it's an amazing place when you're just especially a beginner and you want to know all of the different candle patterns as well. You want to just study the market, get that extra screen time, because when you do the backtesting, when you replay the trades, sometimes you already see the similar patterns. You see the similar moves, how market moved, what are the reactions, what are the key levels as well. So go test it out on TradingView and try your strategy as well, right? Go back to another days, go back to another time frames. Let's say this one is Thursday session, right? If you could start noticing, okay, like at Thursday, last 15 minutes of market closure, that's what happened. Okay, maybe there's been something similar on another days. Try to find the similarities. Try to find how market moves at certain times. And yeah, look at the volume as well if you want. That's if it's one of your indicators too. But this opportunity is given to you to go and replay, to analyze your mistakes, to see what could have been improved, and yeah, how you have in general this feeling of the market when you go, I don't know, into the new week, into the new trading week. So that was the first method that I personally used, was just backtesting on TradingView and replaying those trades and looking at the potential places of my improvement and where I did mistake and why did I enter. Literally pausing and asking myself, why did I enter long here? Like, what was the criteria? What are my rules for entry? What are my rules for exit? Why am I exiting here as well? Like, for what reason? So you can just pause and analyze and reflect and try then, okay, like I looked at this date specifically, let's move on to another date. Let's move to Tuesday, to Thursday. Maybe go back to 2 weeks ago and see and replay the trades from the 2 weeks. So the more you do, the more screening time you have, the more familiar you are with the market, the more you're familiar with some moves especially, or consider some news data as well on some of the days. Try different tickers. So that was ES. Maybe you want to go and test out NQ, right, for futures. Maybe it's going to work out better for you. Who knows, right? So backtesting gives you this opportunity when, let's say, over the weekend when the market is closed, you have this activity that you gotta do and try out and replay all of those trades for the previous week. So that's for the TradingView. Then after the TradingView, since you know that it wasn't that ideal for me, I've been thinking like what could be the other ways, what could be the other platforms where I could go and do the backtesting. Back then, that was the time when TradeZella started introducing their backtesting as well, but they did not have futures available for backtesting. They have them right now. We're going to have a look at that as well in a bit. But back then that option wasn't available. So what could be potentially another method, another option for you to do the backtesting? And that's when last year in 2024 in June, I went to the live workshop by Tom. If you guys don't know Tom, but Tom trades futures as well, both London session and US session as well, primarily focusing on NQ if you're talking about the US market. And he shared that one of the ways how he develops his strategy and he tests out that specific strategy is that he just takes the screenshots or just downloads the graphs and the charts, and he just goes and prints them. And by printing physically on paper, he marks, he looks for similar patterns, for similar moves, and that's how he develops a strategy by comparing different dates as well. If you are a visual person and you like to visually see and have that in front of you and compare, then probably this method would work best for you. Personally, for me, it was the best way to do the backtesting and testing out my strategy. I literally took all of the screenshots of, I don't know, over a month of the specific trading sessions, and both for NQ and both for ES, different time frames, 5 minutes and 15 minutes time frames, because I've been trading on 15 minutes for like over a year at that point, and I was wondering maybe I should switch for 5 minutes on NQ. And I started just testing out and seeing if my strategy works, first of all, for ES, if it works for NQ, or what is the best and better instrument personally for me. And yeah, after that, I could make a clear conclusion. I did all of the calculation. I looked at the win rate. In what cases did that strategy work out? If it didn't work out, why? And that was a losing day. So in majority of cases, that strategy 8 out of 10 times, so 80%, would work out. A little bit less on NQ. So I was like, okay, I'm sticking with ES. And that's how I developed my 7 a.m. Pacific time strategy. So I wait for 30 minutes for market to establish, and only after that I enter. And that decision was purely based on me doing the back testing and looking at the data and analyzing the charts. And actually, I was thinking maybe I could enter, that's why I thought maybe I could try 5 minutes. Maybe I could enter earlier than 7 a.m. And by me looking at that, and by me actually placing the trades and recapping my trades and looking at the data on TradeZella, I realized that all of my losing trades on ES were when I entered prematurely, when I entered before 7 a.m. Yes, there were a few trades where, like, of course, not all of them, like 100% of them were losing trades, but majority of them were losing trades. Maybe there were just a few outliners just because of like a huge aggressive sell move on that date because of the news. So it was always driven by something on the market. So that's why I was like, why do I enter prematurely if I clearly see that it's not working out for me? Like if I enter even at 655, at 650, it's not working out. It's not. So why do I do that? So that's when I started trusting my strategy and waiting for 7 a.m., waiting for market to have like 2 candles closed for 15, because I trade in 15 minutes again. So I wait for 2 candles to close, and only after that, on the 3rd candle, I make my trade and decision of like, do I enter long or do I enter short, right? So that's why I don't have those printouts with me right now, but you guys can see it here on the screen, on as a video of mine, how I was sitting down and doing all of this. But yeah, I just printed it out, and feel free to do it black and white. Just change the screening, the screen color. You can do that on TradingView as well. Those ones are all screenshots from TradingView. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go somewhere and like download them. I mean, you can try also download them from TradingView, but for me it was just easier. I just did a bunch of screenshots, downloaded them and saved them to the folder, and just went ahead and printed it. So, and then I would just sit down, I would literally mark all of the levels, taking my ruler and writing it down and writing some notes, like, did it work out? Not, what was the time frame? Why it didn't work out? Maybe it worked out like it was a fakey one. If I could get stopped out, what would be another move? So I would replay all of this on paper. It's just because for me, it works better when I sit in front, I physically see it, and I can compare. I can open all of those charts in front of me, and it just works better for me visually. And yep, I can compare things. I can look at the things. How was it 5 minutes? How was it 15 minutes? ES and Q. And what about different dates? Maybe from Monday to Friday, maybe from Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, there are one moves. What about all Mondays? What about all Fridays, beginning of the week, end of the week? Does it work or it doesn't work? In what cases the strategy works, in what cases it doesn't work? I know it can be overwhelming, but if you just go ahead and try it out, like literally print it and have some fun, have some fun over the weekend. Like with the trading, especially when you're just starting, you have to be open towards going and trying different things. What's gonna work? What's not gonna work? What is the best way for me? What is the best strategy for me? What is the best, I don't know, ticker for me to trade as well? So you gotta do it. That's all part of the trading and coming up with that one strategy, that one plan that would work best for you. So again, you can get the screening time as well, and you just master your trading as well. So that was the second way and the second method that I prefer to use and stick with, and it's just working out better for me, of sitting it down and physically having all of those things and papers around me, and I just then recycle those papers. That's why I don't have them anymore with me. I just recycled all of them. And then the third way, the third method is when TradeZella finally introduced doing the back testing with the futures. I have not really heavily used it, but it works actually better than TradingView. So if you don't have a TradeZella subscription, I like using TradeZella, and I've been using it for over a year now, year and a half, I believe. So you can just go ahead and create a session, session name, ES Backtesting. If you want, you can connect to the playbook, and this is specifically for futures and for symbol, ES or MES, whatever you prefer. Starting balance, I don't know, let's say 5,000. The date range, yeah, we can go back to last month and yeah, last 30 days. And we can just create a session. And kind of the idea is the same what you have on TradingView. It's like, let's say if I trade on a 15 minutes, that's the 15 minutes. That's just going back from our, yep. Yeah, that's the whole point, that the bars move slower than on TradingView, and it just kind of working a little bit better. I prefer it more here. Yes, maybe it's also not that ideal. It's not fully replicating the market, how market is moving during the live hours, but still great opportunity for you to test it out and see. Maybe let me open one of the market sessions, maybe for time. Yep, you can just set up the time. Yep. So feel free to play around. It's kind of the same idea what we've seen on the TradingView. You can yep, just buy, sell, whatever you want. Yep, order was created. I'm just totally playing around here, guys. I'm not even looking, but yeah, and then put up all of your stop losses, whatever you need. So yeah, have some fun with that. Test it out on TradingView if you don't have a subscription to TradeZella, and it's just your own personal preferences in case if you need it or if you don't need it. But that's some of the ways how you can do the back testing. So I just shared with you 3 different ways. And on TradeZella as well, when you guys trade, you can also go back and look at your trades, do the recap of those trades and play them live and analyze what could have been improved and why you entered the trades at specific time. And yeah, let me know what is the best way for you to do the back testing. I am more of an old school method and more doing it on the physical space. But in terms of how often you should do that, is just as a beginner, I do believe when you are just starting in your first year, you should do backtesting every single weekend. Every single weekend, dedicating a few hours to do the backtesting and replaying full trades, all trading sessions from Monday to Friday, and trying out your strategy, trying out to place the trades on the simulator. And when you already develop your strategy, when you already know your ticker, when you already know your time frames, your strategy, your playbook, when you have all of this already developed and proven that it's working, maybe only if you prefer to switch something around, if you prefer to switch to another instrument or to another time zone, then when you can go ahead and do the back testing as well. I don't do it, as I shared before, that often as of right now, just because I found that strategy that is working for me. And if I want to change something, of course, over the weekend, I will just do the recaps of my trades, not doing the back testing, but doing the recap of all of my trades and what could be improved as well in my execution, in my trades, what already happened and how I executed. So I would better dedicate my time into that and see how it worked or how it did not work out as well. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.